I don't know about you, but in school, I loved field trip day, and that is what we're doing today. We are taking a field trip. Hey friends, it's your good friend Tim Campbell-Smith, and today we are exploring Laurier Brantford. Please note, a couple important notes right away. Laurier Brantford is not like other university or college campuses where it has its own designated spot that you have to kind of go to and go from. Laurier Brantford is located in downtown Brantford and dispersed throughout a core part of the downtown. So you're going to see lots of other parts of downtown Brantford in seeing the campus as well. I've done a video on a tour of the University of Guelph, and when it comes to touring colleges or universities, I always say, know your landmarks, know your streets. If you know your landmarks and you know your streets, you'll always be able to orient yourself to where you are and where you need to go. Luckily, at Laurier Brantford, there's only one landmark and 3 streets you really need to know, and all 3 streets are parallel to each other. So that keeps life pretty simple. Before we go too far, make sure you like and subscribe for all things school, higher ed, business, mental health, life. So we're going to talk about this. We're then going to go on the walking tour. I'm actually going to walk you through Laurier Brantford, and then we're going to just debrief at the end as well. The map that I'm working off of and that I'm going to reference in this video is linked below. I'm also showing it to you here. Yes, it's an illustration, but it's actually pretty accurate and pretty easy to read. So I highly recommend you look at this map as well. It's key to know from this map and from the tour we're about to take is, one, your core landmark is Victoria Park, and actually the giant monument in the middle. If you put the monument behind you, you would be looking at a series of buildings. One of them is going to look like a church. Everything you need to see about Laurier Brantford would be in front of you on a series of streets. To the left of you will be the Carnegie building. It'll say library on it. That is a Laurier Brantford building. To the right of you, and I believe kind of like one street over, would be the transit terminal. So if you're taking Go Bus into Brantford, or if you're taking transit throughout the city to campus, then that's where it would all be. But on the map, we are actually going to start at point number 5. Point number 5 is Market Darling Center, and we're going to snake our way around so you can see just how parallel all the streets are. So to make sure I get this right, I'm going to say we're going to start our walking tour at point number 5. If you reference that map that's linked below, which is the Market Darling Center, we're going to snake our way. We're going to go over to Charlotte Street, down Charlotte, and then we're going to go into Dalhousie. That's our next parallel street. We are going Dalhousie to Queen Street, which isn't really labeled on the map. It's kind of hard to see. But from Queen Street, we're then onto Colburn Street. We're going to go Colburn, and then we're going to finish. We're going to see everything there. With that, let's go. This is Darling Street, so we're going to walk down Darling and go down from Charlotte from there, and we're just going to snake our way. So, if you're ready, let's go. Laurier Brantford. So the other thing I want to highlight from the video, remember, so your parallel streets that you should definitely know are Darling Street. So if you're at Victoria Park, you have that monument behind you, you would be looking at Darling Street. Wellington Street would be behind you. Wellington Street is generally about as far north as you want to go, and any relevant buildings close to and connected to Laurier aren't going to be farther than Wellington Street. You have Wellington, you have Darling, you have Dalhousie Street, you have Colborne, sorry. Want to look about like north-south roads. You generally don't want to go past Queen Street to the west, I believe, and Charlotte Street to the east. So you want to stay between Charlotte and Queen, and I guess Wellington would be the farthest north, and Water Street would generally be the farthest south you want to go. As you also saw from the tour, most buildings are pretty well labeled as Laurier buildings, and they have like, if they don't say Laurier explicitly on them, they'll have the logo. And Google Maps is pretty reliable for identifying what's like a Laurier building, so you'll be able to see that. Comment and let me know, what did you think about this campus tour? Otherwise, make sure you subscribe for all things higher ed, business, mental health, and life. Otherwise, we'll chat soon. Bye for now.